A 3-year-old visits his mom every month for a few hours. She never reads him a book, nor does she help him with his homework when he starts school. Mom, mom mistakenly thinks that being a drug carrier can can help with a few $100s and might buy him the necessities she cannot afford. Mom is in prison. The government faces wrath and now opens a federal court that demands he finds a way to release 44,000 inmates from a prison system that is so overcrowded that basic Medicare and inmate safety can no longer be provided. The judge is so overwhelmed of all the drug cases that it is time to put an end to the war. According to HuffingtonPost.com, October 27, 2013, the Global Commission on Drug Policy reported that between 1998 and 2008, the global use of opioids has increased by 34.5%, cocaine by 27%, and cannabis by 8.5%. The United States should legalize drugs like cocaine, heroin, and even meth to stop criminal monopolies that lead to crimes. Gangs and drug organizations are usually the ones who are most involved in these kinds of situations. There are a lot of innocent people that are at risk in getting hurt. This is important to all Americans because there are too many crimes due to drug-related problems and people need to feel safe in their own environment. If we legalize all drugs, then the violence and crimes will simmer down. According to Primary Prevention, February 2000, the war on drugs does not work because we have created a situation where those who peddle drugs to existing users also create an enlargement market for their wares by creating as many users as possible. We want these kinds of dealers off the streets. Today we will discuss the problems, cause, and solutions for ending the war on drugs. There are two major problems in America due to drugs, which is one is violence and the second is the budget costs. The war is a big problem because all of the violence and crimes is happening in America. Thousands of people are killing each other due to drug related problems. Not only is drug violence a problem, so is the budget costs. According to It's Time to Put an End to the War on Drugs 2009, so for this year, nearly 37 billion has been spent by law enforcement to arrest 1.3 billion people. The government is spending too much money investing into ending the war on drugs. The more criminals that are being arrested, the more the government has to spend. Now that we understand the problems, we can now discuss the causes. There are two causes to this part. One is violence in society, and the other is where the money is being spent. Territory is the main cause of violence. When two drug lords want the same spot or same land, they want, which causes violence, and they want to claim what's theirs to distribute their own drug products. According to ProQuest.com 2009, we encourage violent crime by creating black markets that depend in violence for enforcing contacts, protecting territory, and preventing arrest and conviction. By raising the price and making outlaws of consumers, we create huge incentives for addicts to rob and steal. The problem can be solved by the government and us. The government can help the violence go down by legalizing all narcotics, which will help destroy drug organizations throughout America. Legalizing the drugs will cut down the violence because then drug users will have no need for the black market, which will cut numerous amount of violence. According to CBC News, October 27, 2013, the reality is the majority of drug users are nonviolent, and to throw them into prison only makes them more violent. This is not the society that we want to live in. The government can help, but we can also be a big impact on the situation. We can help by investing our money into programs like rehab programs, which help drug violent users that come out of prison to keep them calm and help them out. Today we have discussed problems, causes, and solutions of ending the war on drugs. We have learned about violence due to drugs and what causes the violence, and we also learned about the budget costs and how we could be an impact to the problem. Although drug violence is still on the streets, we should not ignore this because violence is still happening in our communities, and we need to feel safe. So Americans should get more involved in trying to end the war on drugs and be the change to our country.